I'm going to go ahead and provide, la reunión se está grabando. I'm going to go ahead and provide these instructions in Spanish first, and then I will come back and provide them in English, although these instructions do apply to everybody. Bueno, pues hola a todos, gracias por tenerme aquí con ustedes de nuevo, gracias por regresar y por su paciencia en lo que averiguamos esos detallitos de la justicia del lenguaje. Es importante para que cada persona pueda participar en el idioma de su corazón. Por eso ahora vamos a, después de estas instrucciones, vamos a aprender la interpretación donde verán un icono terráqueo o un icono de mundo en la parte de abajo a mano derecha en su pantalla. Cuando aparezca después de las instrucciones van a seleccionar eso y escoger el español y poner el audio original en silencio para que solamente escuchen en el idioma de su preferencia. Tendremos 3 idiomas el día de hoy: señas americanas, el lenguaje de señas americanas, inglés y el español. Así que vamos a navegar esos 3. Voy a repetir esto en inglés antes de comenzar. All right, so just to come back into English, for everybody who is not fluently bilingual in both English and Spanish, in terms of auditory languages, I'm going to ask that you keep an eye on the globe icon that will appear after these instructions. You won't see it quite yet, but because as you've seen, we want to make sure everybody is able to fully engage in the language of their heart, we're going to use interpretation in ASL, English, and Spanish. Once that globe icon appears on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, you're going to click on it and select English or ASL, and you can also hit mute original audio right below that to make sure that you're only listening in the language of your heart if you are listening to a language. And with that, I will go ahead and pass it over back to our host to turn on the interpretation options. Thank you. Vamos a aprender la interpretación ya.
Hey. Shall I? I shall. Okay. Hi, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. We love a good Zoom tech difficulty. I want to welcome all of you to our Tenants Without Landlords series, a topic that's near and dear to our hearts. I would also like to say, as a side quest, this is a fundraising. Oh, geez, we're also fundraising right now. Sorry, still acclimating to tech difficulties, but we are also fundraising right now, and we will be dropping that link in the chat. All funds will go towards fun stuff like this, and your donation will also help us help our clients. So thank you so much. And I'd like to give a special shout out to our awesome sponsors. Really appreciate all of them. And yeah, just to save time, I'm going to let Chris take the mic. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you, Hope, and welcome everyone. Welcome again to How to Start a PREC. We're here to talk about what a permanent real estate cooperative is and why are communities across the country turning to them as a way to democratize housing and fight displacement. We are joined today by a special guest, Shira from the East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative, to share some stories of their work. And the Law Center team, Hope and I, will be discussing our non-definitive guide to starting a PREC based on 7 years of thinking about working with EB PREC and a growing number of other similar projects. Note that this is not itself a detailed nuts and bolts legal workshop. We actually have one of those coming up, and on May 25th, a more detailed legal webinar called How to Choose Between a Cooperative or a Nonprofit for Your Radical Real Estate Project. I might be able to drop a link to it shortly. So check that out if you want to follow up. In the meanwhile, hopefully you're here to hear myself, Hope, and Shira share a little bit more about our journey to create the first ever permanent real estate cooperative and all the work that has continued to unfold since then. My name is Chris Tittle. I use he and him pronouns. I am a staff attorney with Sustainable Economies Law Center and also the director of Land and Housing Justice. Been part of the team that's worked alongside what is now East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative for 6 or so years, and I'm really excited to share more about what we've done. I'm going to pass it now to Shira to introduce themselves, and then back to Hope.
Hi everyone. My name is Shira Shaham. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the new projects director at East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative and the secretary of the board, where I serve with Cope, who's the governance director. I work, I'm also a founding member of the staff collective, so I'm excited to share our story here today.
Woohoo, indeed. Yeah, so I'm the co-director of the Radical Real Estate Law School through the Sustainable Economies Law Center. Shira mentioned I am also board governance director for PREC, and just recently started a fiscal sponsorship between San Francisco Community Land Trust and SF PREC, because we got to make sure that model spreads like wildfire. Just a brief overview of our agenda, nothing complicated. We're going to go over the story of PREC, the key elements of a PREC, the potential elements of a PREC, and other PRECs. So lots of PRECs. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us.
Just in case it's still confusing to anyone, which is totally okay, a PREC is a permanent real estate cooperative, PREC. We will be using that acronym as well as PREC, the East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative. But where did this come from originally? Travel back in time with us to the year 2015, if you will. Feels kind of like 1,000 years ago. At that time, the Sustainable Economies Law Center was both really excited by the growing community land trust movement around the country, organizing to take housing off the speculative marketplace. We were also seeing some of the limitations that these mostly nonprofit organizations were encountering. And so we were just starting to develop some new legal, financial, and governance ideas that would build on this mission of permanently removing housing from the speculative market and building power in Black and Brown communities, but specifically using some new laws that we helped to pass in California related to cooperative corporations. Around that same time, we encountered a really beautiful and radical group called the People of Color Sustainable Housing Network. They were formed as a resource for people of color in the Bay Area, building intentional, healthy, collective, and affordable housing communities. And they happened to attend one of our free drop-in legal cafes back in the day when those were also in person in cafes and community spaces in the East Bay. Needless to say, we kind of hit it off. And after extensive meetings, stakeholder engagement, feedback gathering, hard work from dozens of people, eventually the PREC model was born. It took us, you can see, from this diagram, 2 years or more from the initial meeting and brainstorming of ideas to actually incorporating East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative in California. And so much work has happened since then, which Shira will share a little bit more about. But for us, this was the first example of what the Law Center started thinking of as movement cooperatives. These are organizations that seek to spur wide social transformation while also meeting the direct needs of people doing that work. Capitalist businesses exist primarily to concentrate wealth and power. Nonprofit organizations, the nonprofit industrial complex in particular, has been shaped around the idea of charity, around helping other people, and has really internalized a lot of top-down governance and management structures from the corporate sector. So they may be, some of them are spreading power and wealth, right? But like the laws actually constrain that in some interesting ways. Cooperatives of many kinds have been vehicles for self-help, collective ownership for a long time, often in response to the ills and the alienation of capitalism, but do also have a specific focus on meeting the needs of members of mutual benefit. So these binaries of mutual benefit and public benefit, which we'll talk more about, are really enforced by a legal system that assumes that these two things can never actually meet, that they're inherently separate. So the idea of the movement cooperative is that we actually need community self-determination to combat community deterioration. We need to spread both wealth and power, and that we think that we can do that pretty effectively using a cooperative corporation, in this case in California. We'll unpack all of that over the next 60 minutes or so. In the meanwhile, I'm going to pass it to Shira to share what PREC has been up to.
Thanks, Chris. So yeah, so since the timeline that Chris shared, in June 2018, we hired 5 of us as the founding staff collective. We got a small grant in. We're very part-time, very low hourly pay, but we needed to pay ourselves something to do the work. And in December 2018, we launched the cooperative. We opened up for memberships. And since then, we've done a number of projects, about 1 per year. Our first project being a 4plex in partnership with Northern California Land Trust using city funding. The second being a single family residence donated by an elder in the community. The third being we actually we launched our direct public offering and doing a much larger capital campaign for that one than originally. We were able to take larger investments than $1,000, than the $1,000 cooperative limit. And we purchased the historic Esther's Orbit Room. And last year, we purchased a single family residence for a multi-generation family with and for multi-generational family in San Pablo. Working on 2 more this year. A lot of what has characterized our first 4.5 years of operation has been a lot of field building, capital raising, both for projects and for operations, building out our staff and operations. We went from 5 very part-time folks to our 11th full-time person with benefits starting this month. Throughout, there's been community engagement, but more recently, as of last year, we have an owner group process for deeper collective governance, and we'll get into more later. Education for both residents in the community, and we have a displacement avoidance program team in East Oakland. Next. And to highlight our flagship project, Esther's Orbit Room, which really deserves its own presentation, but in short, led by the vision and dedication of our executive director and 3rd generation West Oaklander, Noni Session, PREC acquired the historic Esther's Orbit Room on the 7th Street corridor in West Oakland. Through an innovative community-driven development plan, Esther's Orbit Room and Cultural Arts Center will become a cultural and economic asset for Oakland and the Black arts community for generations to come. Passing it back.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, my unmute button changed screens on me. Thank you for that, Shira. It's really exciting to see how this organization has unfolded from a couple of people sitting around a table to actually taking control of real estate in Oakland, one of the epicenters of racialized displacement in this country, one of many. And we're excited to share a little bit more about that's what East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative has looked like. But what is a more generalized permanent real estate cooperative? Until recently, the Law Center, we haven't actually tried to describe a PREC in any definitive way for a couple of reasons. One is it's just genuinely been a living experiment. Our thoughts on this have changed many times and are still evolving as we work through it together. And we didn't want to limit the scope of what could emerge within the realm of permanent real estate cooperatives. We want other people to continue iterating on this, in other words. Second, we've designed this first permanent real estate cooperative to address some pretty specific legal limitations unique to California law, particularly securities law and subdivisions laws. Other states will have very different legal and regulatory landscapes. And so what we've done in California won't necessarily be relevant elsewhere. And third, in this guide, which we'll share a link to, and in this webinar, the Law Center team is speaking from the perspective of a legal team, which is just one angle from which to view this type of organization, and perhaps not even the most important. There's so many other factors. We'll point to some of them today, from how to shape culture, how do you organize communities, how do you manage a workplace, how do you raise capital, how do you change laws, and so much more. Those are all important pieces that are not necessarily covered in the guide that we've put out. That said, we're gonna break down the most basic understanding of what makes something a permanent real estate cooperative from our perspective now. Here it is, one attempt at least, to put it into one sentence. A permanent real estate cooperative is an organization for spreading wealth and power through community stewardship of real estate for long-term mutual and community benefit. So we're going to spend the next hour actually unpacking each of those words and explaining specifically what we mean by them. I should mention, this is being recorded. We will make that recording available afterwards. We will also share access to the slides you're seeing, and we will provide a number of other relevant links at the end. So feel free to pop questions in the chat as we go, and we'll have a couple of moments to stop and answer those. And we'll be sharing back all of the stuff that we cover. So, an organization, what's that mean? It's most basic. It's just a group of people coming together to set intentions and agreements about that group's purpose and ways of working together. We often as lawyers start immediately thinking about entity choice and tax status. And those, of course, can be important decisions to make. But at the end of the day, those are artificial fabrications made by an extractive legal system. And we actually, at this point, don't believe that a permanent real estate cooperative needs to be any one specific entity. We will talk a little bit more about the pros and cons of some of the entity options. We're obviously using a cooperative corporation in California, but other states will have different possibilities, and that is something each group will need to consider. So after each element, I will provide some examples from PREC and often some stories from Shira. As mentioned, East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative is a cooperative corporation, and this is a page from their cartoon bylaws, which make that clear. The second element is about spreading wealth. Housing under capitalism is organized almost exclusively around building private wealth, not about actually housing people. And that wealth building is increasingly in the hands of a small number of people and entities. A PREC seeks to counter that wealth concentrating nature of the current real estate system by setting some specific limits on how wealth is accumulated, and then creating systems to spread wealth to people who need it and who have been denied it. I think Shira is going to give some more specific examples, but we've tried to build into the East Bay PREC tight limits on profit accumulation in all its forms. For example, capping returns paid on investment, capping asset appreciation, even for residents, capping employee and contractor compensation, while still ensuring that there's an equitable and fair floor to those systems. And there's other safeguards to ensure that the land can't be sold back into the market. There's a lot of ways, and this is a great opportunity for exploration from other groups around how to redistribute wealth in more reparative ways. A quick example from PREC's bylaws, written out different ways to give surpluses back to the different owner classes, including resident owners, investor owners, and community owners. And we'll talk a little bit more about those ownership groups at another moment. Shira?
Yeah. So at PREC, here are some ways in which we democratize capital. We are democratizing and innovating uses of capital first by giving access to non-extractive and low-interest capital. Low-income people very rarely have access to loans. We, as a cooperative, stand in for them. We de-risk, quote-unquote, high-risk groups and provide access to non-extractive capital through investor-owner investments and capital stacks with CDFIs, PRIs, and et cetera. Also, we spread wealth, as Chris mentioned, through to the people that live and work in the cooperatively owned land and buildings or resident owners, and they build limited equity through refunds of anything paid in that's not spent or reserved, and as a percentage of the debt on the property they pay off. We give access to restorative investment opportunity. Instead of putting money with Wells Fargo or Wall Street, regular people can invest and be given something valuable with a modest return. And in fact, we even have freedom shares through one of our donors, where local folks who need it can actually subsidize their investment, so they don't need to pay the full value of the investment up front, but they get the full value on return. We regionalize the control of regional development. Only folks based in the East Bay can become community owners and steward the vision. For instance, we don't work in Los Angeles. Los Angeles has to start their own PREC. We're a multi-stakeholder cooperative, as you can see, here you can see 3 of the owner types: resident owners, investment owners, and community owners. As a multi-stakeholder cooperative, the 4th being staff trustees, by putting all the players in one ecosystem with floors and ceilings to how they can benefit, no one party can extract from the other. Even if you can't create a PREC as a multi-stakeholder cooperative in your jurisdiction due to local laws or such, it is paramount to bake in non-extraction and limits to benefits into the model, as well as who holds power in the model, giving power first to people who live and work in the buildings and on the land, and then to local community that's bought in, and lastly, to those that have put money in. Money should really take the backseat, is our belief and practice.
Thanks, Shira. Speaking of that, spreading power is one of the other core pillars of our definition. And a lot of entities and throughout most of our systems of society, money is the primary source and driver of power. Of course, we don't believe that. We believe people are the source of power, that labor is a source of power. And so we've intentionally designed systems that make it possible for everyone to genuinely participate, take initiative, shape activities, and make decisions that impact them within this organization. And this is about more than having board elections, for example. Even inside cooperatives, if we don't intentionally design for the power relations that we want, we will inevitably reproduce the power dynamics of the dominant culture. To paraphrase a friend and mentor of mine, Gopal Dayanini from Movement Generation. So this looks like designing participatory structures and cultures that combat concentrations of power and responsibility in a small number of people, but also avoid complete structurelessness on the other hand. We found that that's most achievable and transformative inside of decentralized organizational structures where power is formally spread across the organization and people involved are actively working to practice anti-oppression and, for example, to develop pro-Black organizational policies and cultures. There's so much more to say about how to spread power. It's difficult and ongoing work within all of our organizations, but it requires both forethought and continual practice. Some of the ways that this has been built into the EB PREC bylaws, for example, including enshrining formal ways for groups of owners to come together and shape projects within the cooperative, even without specific permission from the board or from staff, creating pathways for people throughout the community to get involved and actively shape the cooperative. That's how one way that owner groups can self-organize. Another really important locus of power, and Shira alluded to, are the staff, the workers themselves within the cooperative. We refer to them as staff trustees to suggest that they have both a higher degree of responsibility and power as staff members, to a similar extent that a board of directors might in another context. Staff need to be able to respond to members' needs and take action through collective processes. And I think Shira is going to share a little bit more about some of the ways that has worked.
Heal people power is one of our mission pillars. We cultivate democratic governance, nonviolence, and indigenous wisdom to short circuit learned colonial power practices, rebuild our capacity to heal one another, and reimagine collective power. Next. And from our, and this is part of our mission and vision too, empowering our communities to cooperatively lead a just transition from an extractive capitalist system into one where communities are emotionally, spiritually, culturally restorative and regenerative. And you can see this in a number of ways. First is the democratic process on staff ripples outward. Our mission and vision is stewarded by a non-hierarchical staff collective with regular resiliency practices. The very process itself of no one person having majority power is very healing. We have to learn to, each have to learn to lead, follow, listen, and attune to each other. We heal our relationships with ourselves and each other in the process. And this ripples out into our interactions and the work we do with our community members and organizational partners and in the rest of our lives. Owner groups, empowering and training up community members. We've built out a process by which any member, except investor owners, can form a group to organize toward action within the cooperative, and a process to make proposals to the cooperative to allocate resources and staff time for endeavors they want to focus on. Typically, this is for collective acquisition, but we also have a policy group, and we're hoping some of the radical real estate agents in our community will form one as well to support our acquisition groups. I think probably the most healing comes in the resident ownership group, which is when you live together and steward property together, you tune to each other in the land of buildings, and build trust. In co-stewardship, doing the work together, shared responsibility means communication and understanding, building trust and cooperation. Quote from one of our resident owners in a recent learning session. I think I'm realizing that living cooperatively is very healing for me because I've grown up being taught that I need to be independent all the time and taking all the things on all the time. I think that's part of my trauma response, also as part of my job. In living here, it's been a softer way of realizing that, one, I don't have to think that it's my purpose to work all the time and be responsible for everything. And two, that there's love and healing, that there can be love and healing in community. I think that's why I'm here. Conflict engagement, having a conflict engagement process is vital to any community or collective living arrangement. It's like a fire extinguisher. If it's not there readily available, then it's too late. If it comes, even if it comes to the conclusion, like we had a conflict at Prince Street, the person who actually, whose quote this is actually, was in conflict with another person, a resident last year. And And it did come to the conclusion that they couldn't live together. But the process itself of engaging in conflict in a positive way is a healing one. And I think it was healing for each of them in their lives. And finally, co-ownership. And you can go to the next slide. Getting out of the paradigm of either being in power or powerless. Just like on staff, we're doing that. But in co-stewardship of property, we're doing that as well. Cooperative, getting into the cooperative mindset. And out of the capitalist or charity one. And next slide. Next slide. There it is. And here's a picture of Prince Street property. And that takes us to community stewardship.
Thank you so much, Shira. So the traditional private property system views land as a commodity that can be bought and sold, leading to its fragmentation and commodification. So in contrast, community stewardship recognizes that land is a web of relationships, so says the spider, that require care and attention from everyone involved. And this approach fosters a much deeper connection to the land and promotes the idea of shared responsibility. Community stewardship encourages everyone to participate in caring for the land, buildings, and people in the community, creating and maintaining a healthy and sustainable community for everyone. It's beautiful. Also through community stewardship, this concept involves engaging with that broader web of relationships in the community and creating a sense of belonging and care for everyone. And it goes beyond just caring for the physical land and buildings and involves creating a supportive and sustainable community for everyone involved. And this means that a house is not just stewarded by those who currently live in it, but also by the broader community. So stewardship doesn't have a fixed definition of what constitutes a community. It could be a group of neighbors, a shared living arrangement, or a larger organization. And the key is to foster a sense of shared responsibility and stewardship for the land and community members, which can lead to a stronger, more connected community.
And some examples of that. This is altruism crocus, our most recent acquisition. All the lovely members of the house, almost all the loving members of the household, -1, plus 2 staff members in back. Princess, who is a staff member at PREC, was denied a loan from her local bank. She looked to PREC to see if we could work with her for a co-purchase. She came to us with all parts in motion. She formed an owner group called Altruism Crocus with her multi-generational household to receive support in purchasing a home. And they had already visited this property and thought it was perfect for their family. We had a number of community work days doing repairs, putting in a butcher block, countertop, and painting. They provided food and many community members came out. It was good. It was good feels all around and a lot got done. Next. So here are the current residents at Co-op 789 after a recent workday. Next. And you can see us working. Staff came out to show the property some love, and San Pablo residents showed up to return the favor, pay it forward. Next. And at Esther's Orbit Room, we've held community design sessions, happy hours to activate the space, and most recently, 50 people showed up, including many partners and neighbors from along the 7th Street corridor for Black Earth Day 7th Street Beautification Walk. We picked up an untold number of bags of trash and planted plants and trees under the BART tracks. This lifted the spirits of all those living along the corridor. And yeah, this is the power of community.
Hooray. We're not done. We're about halfway through, actually. So we thought we maybe just pause to see if there were any burning questions, more like clarifying questions about what we've shared so far, knowing that we still have a little less than half of the presentation to get through. If you have a burning question at the moment, please feel free to drop it in the chat. I saw one earlier from Scott. How does the conversation with divestment look like? Maybe to you, Shira, if you have any thoughts on how that works, divestment and reinvestment. I'm guessing that's what the question is getting towards.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. That is a conversation that we regularly have with people interested in investing in PREC, and also people interested, or foundations and organizations and banks interested in being giving or lending to PREC. And so there's a lot of re-education that the investment team does for our lenders and donors and investors. So a lot of people already come to us mission aligned. They're like, let's divest from wherever our money is and put it in something good. And often there is a lot of re-education, especially of very established organizations to provide favorable lending terms without a lot of burdensome administrative requirements for grants or loans, because the real return is in the community, is in the wealth and power spreading in community that we are co-creating. I don't know if that answers your question.
For that. Not seeing any other questions in the chat right now. We will have at least one more opportunity to answer questions and perhaps open up the mic a little bit later on. There's a late question. Are you aware of successful PREC models targeting surplus municipal lands to be given back to unhoused populations? And if we're going to address any of these later on, perhaps Hope, we could talk about it there, but this is a great question.
We haven't been successful at that kind of project type, but we've definitely been in conversation with some folks along Wood Street and looking at city lands with them.
That's great. And yeah, inviting the wisdom of the rest of the crowd to chime in here as well, since I saw there was a lot of interesting projects being lifted up. Allison's asking about other efforts to adapt beyond the Bay Area, and we will be getting to that for sure. All right, Hope, can we pass it on to you?
Of course. Those were really good questions, everyone. Good job. Keep it up. Okay, so real estate is a canvas that can be liberating for the imagination, much like an artist's canvas that can be transformed into countless creations for your mind. The possibilities for its use are vast and varied, and much like the endless possibilities for the imagination to create. So in a PREC, the imagination is set free to imagine new ways of mutual aid and unlocking new opportunities for growth and development. Because by unlocking the imagination and liberating the possibilities of real estate, we can create communities that are strong, sustainable, and thriving, much like an ecosystem that flourishes with biodiversity and interdependence. So real estate is like an ecosystem with many different elements that work together to support the community. And like a healthy ecosystem, real estate can be used in diverse ways to meet the needs of the community. So housing cooperatives can provide affordable and stable housing. In a PREC, real estate use extends beyond just physical property. It can be a platform for mutual aid and enterprise incubation. And by using real estate in innovative and creative ways, we can build strong and sustainable communities that thrive for generations to come, just like a healthy and vibrant ecosystem. Now, for the long term, next slide. Just as a tree's stability and longevity depend on its roots, the stability of a community's relationship with its land depends on a permanent approach to land ownership. In the real estate market's volatility can be likened to the winds that can topple a tree, but a long-term commitment to the land can act as strong roots that anchor and sustain the community. You can tell I got a little excited with the cartoons. So a permanent approach to land ownership can be seen as the process of deepening the roots of a tree by nurturing a sense of stewardship and respect for the land and committing to sustainable practices. The community can establish a strong foundation that can weather the shifting tides of the real estate market. And safeguards such as easements and purchase options, that's another story, can be viewed as the protective bark that shields the tree's delicate inner layers from damage. Just as bark safeguards the tree from external threats, these legal agreements can safeguard the land from unwanted development and maintain the community's values and needs. So the real estate market is often driven by speculation. And this is by speculation, with property values rising and falling based on external factors such as interest rates, housing demand, and the overall economy. And this can create an unstable environment for those looking to establish long-term roots in a particular community. And so that permanent approach to land ownership implies an intent to create secure long-term relationships with the land, the community, and these future generations. To protect land from the market, careful safeguards, again, like bark, are needed to prevent it from being sold or developed in ways that are contrary to the community's values and needs. I think I'll kick it back to Chris.
Thanks, Hope. And seeing a lot of activity in the chat, which is exciting. We'll come back to some of these questions and maybe even give some folks a chance to share more about the projects they're working on, some of which we know about and many of which we don't. The next element of our definition is mutual benefit. Actually, Hope, I don't know if you could even find that definition again and just like pop it back in the chat. Just be like, no worries if you can't, but this is a key element that distinguishes PRECs from related endeavors like nonprofit community land trusts and even land banks, which are either tied to public institutions or, what's happened in a lot of affordable housing spaces is highly professionalized, specialized affordable housing developers. A PREC ideally is about activating the intrinsic motivation and self-organizing capacity of people to create projects that simultaneously benefit themselves, whether that's through housing or other benefits that come out of organizing together, as well as benefiting the broader community, right? And this actually draws on a critical insight about not just people, but kind of like all living things. We thrive the best when we have the power to join with others to meet our collective needs. This is based not just on our own experience as an organization over the past 13 or 14 years, but also insights from indigenous wisdom traditions, the prize-winning research of Eleanor Ostrom, who was an economist who looked at commons-based resourcing around the world, and a long, long history of cooperativism. We find that the most transformative work is when people are meeting their own needs together with a larger social vision. And this is one of the primary reasons, again, that we have looked to cooperative organizations as the model. The law, again, is making this very artificial distinction between mutual and public benefit, which we don't feel is true to reality. But we also, at this point, think that what we see as a PREC could also be done within a nonprofit organization. And perhaps Shira or others could speak to this, but we're also seeing the benefit of having, in some cases, multiple organizations, cooperatives, in some kind of deep relationship with a nonprofit. So you can take advantage of some of the legal and tax benefits of both of those entity options. So some examples of mutual benefit, of course, like resident owners themselves who are benefiting in a sense from the permanently affordable housing, but are just one of, in this case, 4 owner classes. They're not the only ones. And this is what distinguishes a PREC from a limited equity housing cooperative, which is sort of for and by a specific group of tenants. You have resident owners in a PREC, as well as community owners who have a stake in the cooperative, not because they're getting housing, but because they're part of a broader movement to transform the racialized dynamics of housing under capitalism, for example. Yep, the flip side of community benefit, or of mutual benefit, is community benefit, which Hope will share about.
I can already hear everyone's minds freeing themselves, so that's really exciting. So community benefits being an element of PRECs. So a diverse community has a diverse relationship with the land. Just like a garden with a variety of plants, a community has a variety of needs, cultures, and traditions that influence their relationship with the land. A PREC recognizes this diversity and aims to create a space where all members of the community can have a voice in how the land is used. What a concept. So by building a membership base that is representative of the community, a PREC can ensure that it serves the needs and interests of everyone. The community's relationship with the land can be transformed from one exclusion and exploitation to one of inclusion and empowerment. See how that works? So more on community benefit. People power can overcome everything, because through community organizing and collective action, a PREC can challenge the status quo banks of land ownership and create a more just and equitable system. Banks and other powerful institutions may resist this change. They actually do, but with a strong and diverse membership base, a PREC can leverage its collective power to create a new paradigm of land ownership. This movement for community benefit requires the participation and commitment of every single person involved. So by working together and harnessing the power of imagination, we can create a world where land is stewarded for the benefit of all, not just a privileged few.
Takes us to another rainbow cat break for questions. There's a number in the chat. I can pull some out unless Shira or Hope, you saw any that you wanted to respond to immediately, or there's anything else you wanted to say, Shira, based on the last few points. Cool. One question I saw earlier from Beth was, cities have lots of rules for providing public funds for major renovations like foundations and roofs. How do you deal with these restrictions when so much money is needed? That's something you have thoughts on, Shira? Maybe broadly, the relationship between maybe PREC and public institutions like City of Oakland?
Yeah, thanks for that question. One of the purposes of forming a PREC was to avoid public funding. At the same time, we were discovering in order to make things affordable, you need to get money where it's available, and public funds are one of the sources. So we try to, as much as we can, avoid the red tape and strings of public funds. And we do have one project that has it, and it's been a very long, arduous journey, complicated by COVID. short answer, like it doesn't, at least in Oakland, every municipality is going to be different, but we're getting funds from the city. The city of Oakland has guidelines already for nonprofit entities, for-profit entities, and mostly projects at scale. They don't have regulations prepared for cooperatives, for community land trusts, who are small organizations on a budget running small scale projects. So their requirements are outrageous for our scale of both organization and project.
Thanks for that, Shira. Maybe one other question I'll pull out now that I saw earlier was from David, who's running into a couple of barriers in their local work. One is figuring out how to pre-fund organizing and community work, i.e. staff time. So is a truly democratic PREC only possible with millions in grant funding? And if so, how do we find that?
So far for us, I can't speak for every PREC. Yes, it is a mission driven. We are able to apply for grants. We are also fiscally sponsored by the Sustainable Economies Law Center, so we are able to accept grants through them when necessary and donations. We are in the process of forming a nonprofit arm, actually, to take advantage of welfare tax exemption, to help make our performers work better, have monthly payments be more deeply affordable for residents, also to be able to accept donations of properties. Really, in this market, the East Bay, with such outrageous real estate prices, it's actually not, we're finding it's not possible without subsidies, just housing, like the real estate projects themselves. And that's not even talking about operations. And then you build on operations on top of it, which is community organizing. You know, in addition to all of the kind of the nuts and bolts pieces that we're putting together unconventionally, so kind of building a real estate model from scratch, we're doing a bunch of community organizing and collective governance, and heal people power and all that a normal real estate operation wouldn't have. So that is, I feel like where kind of the crux of the healing work lies, and grant money is available for that, but maybe not always. So we do have long-term goals to be more and more sustainable the more as we scale up and have more projects.
And thanks, Shira. I would add one other piece to that, which is that, there was at least 2 years of work creating what is now the PREC before there was any funding. It's just community organizing, like Shira is saying. And that, and as we've tried to lift up, ideally is really powered by the intrinsic motivation of people who are involved. Understandably, who has the ability, the privilege, the capacity to organize without pay is always a question, but we also believe in grassroots power building, that the people most impacted have the power and capacity to liberate themselves. And so drawing on existing networks to bring together folks, to brainstorm, to build ideas, to build vision and shared values, that's really foundational work that at least in our experience happens before funding, or can happen certainly outside of that context.
And
go ahead.
And we also don't want to be extractive of our communities and least advantaged among us and among EB-PREC members. So there are, as grants come in, making funds available for participation as well has been really awesome and vital. And to answer your second question about staff being on board, board has actually delegated most of its governing authority and day-to-day tasks to staff, and we also limit the number of staff on board to 2 of our 8 seats.
We at Sustainable Economies Law Center have a number of other resources specifically around worker self-direction within organizations, within cooperatives and nonprofits. So I'll just drop a link to where you can find some more resources on that. We do have 2 more sections that are a little bit shorter. So I know there's some other questions in the chat, but I think we're gonna maybe keep moving through some of these other slides and try to come back to those questions. So our next section, we just covered, those are the core elements that we think would make something a permanent real estate cooperative. As you can probably tell, there's a lot of flexibility within them, and maybe they're not specific enough for what some people are needing right now. But there are some other elements that in some cases are core to PREC, to the East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative, but may not be essential for other cooperative, other PREC type projects, depending on your context. So we're going to cover a couple of those, and then we're going to look at some other PRECs that are emerging outside of the East Bay. So first is title holding itself, like actually holding title to real estate. We initially assumed that a PREC should, of course, hold title to land. But now we've sort of come to question that, or at least to think beyond it in some ways. Title holding itself is a product of a settler colonial legal system. So, you know, it is a construct of colonization and white supremacy. It's also, of course, a tool for returning land, for rematriating land, for transitioning land back into control of BIPOC communities. Something like over 90% of real estate in this country is owned by white people and corporations. So our point, I think, is that there's actually multiple options for putting control of real estate back into the hands of people who've had it stolen from them or been dispossessed. Some of those options include easements, purchase options, ground leases, and perhaps other relationships that we haven't yet thought of. We have another guide called Seeds of Land Return that explores some of these different legal options for returning land to the stewardship of, in this case, Black and Indigenous communities. We'll make sure that a link to that is shared later so you can check it out. Pass it to Hope.
Very good. Thank you, Chris. Sorry. So these are the 3 triads, and they're organized this way partly as a learning and memory tool, as a way for readers to sort what can be an overwhelming set of options. It's not overwhelmingly inclusive of all options, but thorough enough. And this is an alternative way. This is an alternative ways we've sorted them. And what we will post in the chat, one of our land transfer guides, or the, oh no, I was redoing, sorry. I was just reiterating what Chris was sharing, but the exciting part. All right, so grassroots financing. As we all know, real estate financing can be extractive, and traditional financing for real estate development can be difficult to access, especially for community-led projects, and often involves high interest rates, hidden fees, and other predatory practices. So this makes it difficult for communities to access the financial resources that they need to build the projects that they want. However, PRECs can tap into the financial resources of everyday community members. And one of the key benefits of PRECs is that they can use grassroots financing to fund their projects. And this means that everyday community members can invest in the project, become owners, which gives them a sense of ownership and control over the projects. Next slide. So this person, I like to think that each blade of grass isn't a philanthropic foundation. Wouldn't that be nice? So PREC used grassroots financing to raise nearly $200,000 by selling shares to community members at $1,000 per person. This is in the state of California, by the way. So this California state law. So this allowed the community to become investors in the project and have a say in how it was developed. Their bylaws included a provision that set an intention to pay an annual return of 1.5% on these shares, which is better than most real estate loans with high interest rates. After outgrowing its initial offering of $1,000 shares, PREC sought to raise larger sums of money by qualifying to sell securities under something called the, and this is super fun, Federal Regulation Act, which essentially it allows PREC to raise more funds from everyday community members and expand its impact, proving that community-led development doesn't have to rely on traditional funding sources. Very great.
Thanks. So one other potential, but perhaps not mandatory element is the multi-stakeholder part of being a cooperative. As you've heard us mention a few times, probably, PREC has a number of owner classes. There's 4 of them: community owners, investor owners, resident owners, staff owners. Each one of those came out of a long process of consultation, discussion, leading up to the creation of PREC. And I think, as Shira mentioned earlier on, these are different owner classes that all are themselves sort of sites of power and organizing within the cooperative, but also sort of ensure that extraction is not happening by any one of those classes. They sort of keep each other in check through solidarity, ideally. This obviously requires a high level of formalization. It creates complexities on the back end of managing multiple owner classes. It creates, PREC is structured with a board of directors that includes a number of seats that are elected by the different owner classes, as well as different seats that are appointed to represent specific interests. It's a whole interesting structure that we haven't talked specifically about here, but it creates, a lot of labor to organize the board, to hold elections, to organize all these different member classes. The key is having an active base of membership. Whether you formalize that into legally defined membership classes within a cooperative is the thing that may or may not end up being essential. And the last piece that we have to offer for today in terms of essential and potential elements is around resident equity building. This may be a controversial one. It has been a really interesting, dynamic, creative, sometimes tense conversation, I think, as we've developed the model. For starters, the institution of home ownership has been such a strong source of economic stability for some people in the US, white people in particular, but has also been lifted up as a way to sort of close the racial wealth gap by some folks. So when we formed PREC, we didn't even really question whether residents should be building equity. We're like, yes, of course, that's an important piece to do, and draws on the legacy of limited equity housing cooperatives, community land trusts, which allow a limited equity building model, of course, to keep housing affordable, but there is some equity and appreciation. So we're kind of simulating the financial elements of home ownership, but placing limits on that so that the cooperative can maintain its affordability. I think we've come to a more nuanced and interesting approach to some of that, which is exploring needs-based equity models, which are not tied to formulas or consumer price index models like a number of other models, and really basing forms of equity building on relationships and specific needs. And we could get into a lot more specifics that we don't have time to today, but it's just to name this as a really rich area of innovation. And equity building is really just one of potentially many strategies for supporting stability, safety, the well-being of residents and communities. Maybe there's a higher priority to just keep the monthly costs as low as possible, rather than building up equity over time. Maybe a group wants to actually prioritize investing their surplus resources back into other community needs, not the residents themselves who have housing. So, and there's just a lot of possibilities here. So with that, we're going to move towards our last little section, and we may have a few more minutes for Q&A at the end. But we're going to talk about other PRECs, other ways to start a PREC, featuring one specific example and perhaps some more from our audience.
Thank you, Chris. So in San Francisco, the San Francisco Community Land Trust agreed to be SF PREC's fiscal sponsor. And since we are in our infancy, and there are a lot of different types of sponsorships or fiscal sponsors models that you can choose from, we chose Model A, which is mostly just means that the fiscal sponsor has the most control and responsibility over the finances, and they receive the funds on behalf of the project and is responsible for administrating and dispersing them and for ensuring that they are spent in accordance with their own mission and charitable purposes. And Model A is just best suited for smaller projects or those with limited capacity to handle finances on their own, which is us to a T. So it's a really exciting opportunity. I have had conversations with folks in different parts of the state and the country who want to know more about different housing models. And they're like, well, what's the best way to start? Whether it's a PREC or a CLT or an LEHC or nonprofit, I'm always like, go for the Model A fiscal sponsor. It's a nice way to dip your toes into the water and not feel like you're drowning. So I have a couple of links I can share. I have the San Francisco Permanent Real Estate Cooperative's board resolution and sponsorship agreement, because the board had to vote to approve the fiscal sponsorship. And then I also wanted to share a link to another PREC that is existing on the East Coast. It's called Willow PREC. I'll share their donation link as well as their website. They're doing amazing work right now. And then we also, as part of SELC, what we try and do is we create tools that make the law more accessible and easier to digest, hence cartoons. And so I can drop a link in the chat just to give you more access to what we call bite-sized legal guides. And then more things, 3 times a month, we host something called the Legal Cafe, which is held online, soon to be in person as well. And folks come in and get free legal advice. So if you are someone who wants to know how to start a PREC and what the first steps are, you watch this presentation and then you come in with your legal questions and we will answer them for you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
It's brilliant. Thanks, Hope. And yeah, we'll be dropping a few links here at the end, and we will also follow up by email, I think, particularly for those who RSVP'd and who we have your email address. So actually, if you would like to get a follow-up email and have not RSVP'd on our website, please put your email in the chat so we can capture it. We'll save the chat. As Hope mentioned, yeah, we've talked to groups around the country in various stages of forming. I've talked to folks in Central Valley, California, in Western North Carolina. I saw some shout outs in the chat earlier for work happening in the Minneapolis region. I wonder if there are people who want to shout themselves out in the chat, or even potentially want to come off mute for a moment to share about a project you're working on. If you would like to, please raise your hand, the raise hand function, or type something in the chat. And I think we can call on you. I see Oscar. Do you mind introducing yourself as well when you share?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, my name is Oscar Quiroz Medrano. I'm working with Somos Mayfair here in San Jose, California. And we are working with some residents here in Mayfair who would like to create their own limited equity housing cooperative. And so right now we're exploring one, how do you actually build a limited equity housing co-op of residents? So understanding the legality behind that. Two is also, looking for a property and developing that property, and how does that process look like? Our main focus is rehabilitation. However, we are looking into a brand new site. This is in San Jose, California. And so we're looking at developing a new site with folks, but as we understand a little bit more about, the development process, we need to learn about, how do you actually create a cooperative? What are the nuts and bolts essentially for this? But, most importantly is how do you teach community these, difficult concepts and difficult terminologies that can be overwhelming for, for folks who do have that type of similar acknowledgement of that background. And so, that's something that we're looking at doing, and fundraising is another issue for us that we're looking into, just because as y'all I'm sure are experiencing, is that property is really expensive and essentially it's out of reach for community. And so how do we close that financial gap with community, but also essentially taking land off of the private market? And so that's a little bit of what we're working on here.
Thank you so much, Oscar, for lifting up that super important work. We probably have time for one or two more people to share. I saw David. You want to introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, I'll try to be really quick. David Akos, they, them pronouns. I live in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I work on the Greater East Side for a little neighborhood organization. And we've joined up with some of our residents, some other organizations, 4 orgs, to start the East Side Cooperatives project. And I'm really excited by the PREC model. I think there's some skepticism among the work of, if we fully reject capitalism, is it sustainable? Is it feasible? Do we need to rely on grant dollars? And so that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. And I think we are going to need to do a lot of grant dollars to have the degree of community engagement and democracy that we'd like, but it's exciting. It's really cool to learn about it. So glad to be here. Thank y'all.
Thank you, David. That's great to hear about your work. And I think there's just one more hand, although I thought I'd seen some others. Hey, Rains, long time no see. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey. Gladly. Hi, Rains Cohen from East Bay Co-Housing in Emily, Berkeley. He, him pronouns. We've been a long time working with CELC and now working with PREC and looking to build the connections of sustainable community, the co-housing model, and in conjunction with the work they're doing, expanding finance and all terms blended together. Particular project that we've been doing along similar inspiration is creating the Squirrel Fund, designed to help our neighbors be able to continue to be our neighbors, seniors on a fixed income living in community, and essentially a crowdfunded reverse mortgage, and able to make sure the money circulates in the community and keeps people in community and frees up the community to not feel like, oh, we can't spend $1 more because Alice would be forced to go. The resource is there if we structure it differently. And what goes from the poorest, what seems like the poorest person, is really the richest, and the richest connections and community that comes out of that is incredibly powerful. I'll throw a link in the chat. Thanks for all the great work.
Thank you, Rains. And yeah, it's great to hear about super creative work that y'all are doing. Thank you all for sharing some of these stories. I see Magdalena has something in the chat as well. Did you want to super briefly say more about your work, Magdalena?
Sure. I decided to put in the chat to not take up time, but we are in the process of doing a lot of the work that that PREC has done. And so I'm just so grateful that there's a model that we can look to for guidance. We still have questions. We're running into that red tape around public funds and needing to think really creative, like the clock is ticking for the money that we need to raise to lock in the 5 buildings that we have. We have 5 apartment buildings. But they're being held by Land Bank and we need to buy them. So I'd be super curious to learn more about the investor owner model as a creative way to maybe get more money in, and then And then I want to learn about this participatory bylaw process that I think you all did, because we have cookie cutter bylaws for now, but we want to do something with our residents and community stakeholders that's more participatory. Anyway, thanks for being here. This is great.
Thank you for being here. Yeah, I think we have a whole nother webinar on sort of participatory bylaws process and approaches. So we can try to make sure that we send that over in our follow-up email. And yeah, some super incredible work over there Magdalena and others are doing. So thank you. I think that probably takes us towards the end here. We have dropped a bunch of links in the chat. Don't worry, we'll make sure they are sent back out, and we'll probably be posting a kind of recap blog of our whole month of events with some of those links. I'll pass it to Hope to give us our final inspiration and orders.
I mean, if this doesn't leave you inspired to donate to any one of these organizations, then I don't know what will. So, but again, just to say and repeat, this is our fundraising month, and these funds will go towards clients and people that we fiscally sponsor, so we can keep, you know, helping, like working alongside of these folks to generate the, you know, the change they want to see in their communities and how to make it more sustainable and regenerative. So I'm gonna, you know, drop the link in the chat one more time, maybe a couple, but yeah, really want to say thank you to everyone. I think if you scroll up as well, you can see more links, and I'll drop them again to donate to places like Willow PREC and of course PREC. So thank you.
Also, special shout out, 10% of everything, a minimum of 10% everything that we raise this month will go to support some incredible organizing by folks called Wood Street Commons, self-organized group of houseless people who have created their own housing in the absence of an adequate response from the city of Oakland, organizing cooperatively, collectively. They are facing eviction from the city rather than support. And so a really beautiful, inspiring, but also unfortunately rage-inducing example of when people come together to meet their own needs so much as possible, and yet we still face so many barriers from the powers that be. So thank y'all again. I know we started a little bit late with some technical difficulties, but I'm grateful we were able to prioritize the language justice and access piece. Thank y'all for sticking around and have a wonderful day. Feel free to come off mute and say goodbye or
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you